Hello, I'm Drew Patz of AHS-TV. Today I'm joined by Carter Lash to talk about snow days. But before we get into it, our own Brody Schaefer's took to the halls of AHS to take a closer look.
Hello, I'm Brody Schaefer of AHS-TV, and I hit the halls of AHS to see what our student body thinks about snow days.
Do you think snow days are helpful or harmful to students?
I think they're very helpful. I think it's nice to have a break here and there from school because, it's not safe for us to be out in the weather.
I think they're helpful because you don't want to not come to school and have it be dangerous for all the kids.
I think they're helpful.
Why is that?
They give us a break.
I think they're goated. I love snow days. I actually love nothing more than a snow day. It's such a relief when I don't have to come here.
I think they're helpful. I think not going to school, I think that, strengthens the mind. Not many kids, I feel like, want to come to school, so I think it boosts the mental health aspect of it.
Helpful.
How do snow days usually affect your daily routine?
They don't. I just get to sleep in.
They don't really affect it. It's just kind of like a day I have off, so I kind of just go about my basic schedule if I didn't have school.
Usually, whenever we have snow days, it depends if we have an FID day or a snow day, but if we have snow days, just sleep in pretty much. That's all I do.
I have more work.
Okay.
Just gets me behind on stuff.
So my mom comes into my room and goes, "You don't have school today?" And I usually give her a thumbs up, and I go back to bed till probably 3 p.m.
I usually sleep in 3 to 4 more hours. I'm sleeping till 12, 11 o'clock, and compared to waking up at 6:30.
I just get to sleep in and don't have to do any schoolwork.
Do you think school should immediately resort to FID days instead of a snow day?
No.
No, I would say it depends on how many days we missed so far this year.
Not right away. We've had a couple of days already, so I think the FID day should be in effect.
Yeah.
So you think we should have more FID days and less snow days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it's below the freezing point, we should have a snow day.
No, not at all. I think FID days are one of the worst things that could ever be made.
I agree. Thank you for your time.
I also got the opportunity to chat with Mr. Crispin, a teacher here at AHS, to take a closer look.
Hello, my name is Brody Schaefer, and today I'm here with Mr. Crispin.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So, first off, do you think students fall behind academically because of snow days? Why or why not?
I think it depends. If there's a couple days in a row, then absolutely. But if it's just 1 or 2 here and there, I don't think it's a big deal.
Now, would you say, or how do you adjust your lesson plans whenever there's a snow day or a FID day?
That's actually a pretty good question. Depending on when it is and time of year, a lot of teachers, we have typical FID plans that we can just throw together and then can be ready whenever there's a FID day that's called. Other times, if we know ahead of time if something's going to be coming, like if some better weather is going to be coming through, we can kind of tailor it more towards our particular lesson that we're going to be teaching that day anyways.
Do snow days increase stress later in the semester due to makeup work?
I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't think so, but I kind of like having snow days throughout the school year.
I agree. I think it's great whenever we have a snow day. Kind of takes a little bit of weight off your shoulders, gives you an unexpected break. Even the FID days are nice. You still get reduced amount of work, which I'll take any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Are there differences in how snow days affect different grade levels?
It depends. I think for the younger age groups, sometimes, because they tend to be more structured, whereas the older kids, like you guys, 9 through 12, it doesn't matter so much.
Are there students who struggle more than others when schedules change?
Absolutely. I think students who have a personality where they need to have structure all the time and have people kind of telling them what to do, they don't benefit from snow days, but I think that type of student also kind of struggles during snow days because they're, it's on their own to basically to make up the work on those snow days.
And finally, do you think snow days impact school morale in a positive or negative way?
I think it's a positive, to be honest with you, because there's nothing better than getting that phone call at 5 in the morning saying, "Hey, we don't have school today." I think there's something nice about that. Just enjoy the spontaneity of it.
I agree. Thank you for your time, Mr. Chrisman.
No problem. See you guys.
Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from the Hawks' beak.
We're all searching for opportunity, a challenge. Here, asking what if, what's possible is the mindset. Welcome to the Oak Grove at IUP, where big-time research opportunities are for the many, not just the few. And world-renowned professors ignite ambitions. Search here, and there's no telling how far you'll grow. Get in the Grove at IUP.
I'm now joined in the studio by Carter Lash to talk about snow days. How are you today?
I'm doing good, you know. It's Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. How can you not be? So it's a good day today.
Do you think students fall behind academically because of snow days? Why or why not?
Yeah, I mean, they do. I think for me, it's the principle of a snow day. You don't want to do schoolwork on a snow day. Like, you just woke up, you found out, oh, there's no school today. I'm not going to do any work. That's not what I want to do. I'd rather be outside or hanging out with friends. So it is an issue for academics. Students fall behind on their work, and in turn, that's going to have some zeros in the grade book, which your grade's going to be affected by it.
How do teachers adjust lessons plans after multiple snow days?
I think, I don't know exactly, you know, how some teachers do their lessons plans, but for like my business math, for a snow day, she just has to move our assignments a little bit later. So sometimes we might be doing one assignment that day, and then if we have a snow day, that next day when we get back to school, we have 2 assignments that we have to cram into one day, which we can get done, but it's a lot tougher and a lot more work, you know, for that one period.
Do you think teachers, as a majority, are more productive trying to put more work after a snow day or trying to lay off and give us the day off after?
I think definitely more productive for the teachers that I have. Like they have their teaching agendas that they'd like to push through, and I mean, for English, like I know right after a snow day, we're reading Macbeth, and if we can read an extra scene that next day coming back off the snow day, that's perfect, and Miss Kidder would love that.
It's true. Are certain subjects impacted more than others?
Yes, of course. Take instance, calculus. I know like there's a test there today, and say there's a snow day today, you're going to be, you know, more affected in that aspect, just since it's a lot tougher class compared to physical education. You know, you could go outside and get your activity in for the day on a snow day, but for something like calc, that's just each day that you have a snow day, that's going to make the curriculum tighter. So in bigger classes like that, especially AP classes that have a tight curriculum set by the teachers, it definitely, I can see making it harder.
I agree. I think it adds pressure. How do snow days affect preparation for standardized tests or finals?
I think it goes back to just what the teachers have, how many days they have in their curriculum, and whatever their set agendas are as teachers. Some classes, you might be able to finish, 2 weeks before school gets out, and they have that set time frame for finals and different things at the end of the year. But like some of the harder and higher level up classes where you need a lot of almost every day of the school year to be able to get that whole curriculum pushed, it's definitely harder for those classes, in my opinion.
Do most students see snow days as beneficial or disruptive?
Unless you're a kid that absolutely loves school, which I know there are some students out there, but for a majority of students, they don't want to be here, more than they have to, which is just the reality of school across the nation. And I think that, yes, it's more for, what was the question again?
Do you think it's beneficial, or do the students?
For the students, yes, it is beneficial for the students.
Do you think the mass majority would agree on it being beneficial for them and their academics, or disruptive?
They would, as students, they would say it's beneficial for them just because they're students, but it is, in the reality of it, it is disruptive for them, but students aren't going to view it that way.
How do you, or do snow days increase stress later in a semester due to makeup work?
For me, definitely. I am a procrastinator for certain things, definitely when it comes to school, and like just for the recent snow days that we just had, I think whenever that curriculum gets a little bit tighter from that week that we're out of school, now there's more things that have to be done for our teachers, and as someone that likes to procrastinate things, at the end, whenever that due date's about to show up, I have a lot more work than I would, if that was over a 2-week span instead of one.
Did you have any personal situations of stress after the big snow days we had, probably a week off?
For me, I can't look back to snow days, but I just had a sick day, 2 sick days I was out that I had to scram a lot of things in, test and a lot of makeup work. But for snow days, honestly, I don't remember for this last big snow. It's just, for me, after the week goes, I like to forget about it whenever it comes to certain things.
How do snow days affect students who rely on in-school academic support?
I think it affects them a lot because I personally am a hands-on learner. I tried the Cyber Academy in 7th grade whenever we had that option, and I failed every single one of my classes because I need that, in-person learning. That's how I learn. If I have a teacher in front of me and we're doing something hands-on, I'm going to learn a lot better than something else that's not whenever we're in-person teaching. It's just in-person. I think it's even proven throughout for studies. Like, it's just whenever there's something in front of you, you're way more likely to do it than whenever it's through a computer screen.
So the FID days you don't think is a good thing to replace the real days with?
I don't know if it's necessarily great, but I think it is necessary, so then we're not extending our school year at the end of the year, because kids don't want to extend their school year, but I think they would much rather do a FID day instead of adding it on in June. No one wants to have extra days in June. You want to be outside. You want to enjoy your summer. You don't want to be in school. So I think the FID days are a great way to limit not having to add on extra days or take away from spring break. I think that is a great aspect about them.
So yeah, great add-on. Are there differences in how snow days affect different grade levels?
Yeah, in 7th grade, that's going to affect those kids a lot more because, even for seniors. So obviously, majority of seniors drive, and that's a massive effect because you got to take into account students and how students drive compared to, obviously, teachers have been driving for however many years, but then there's a decent amount of students that are reckless drivers. And you have to take into account how they're going to be on the road, and that's just going to create more accidents. So compared to 7th grade, whenever you're either having your parent or coming on a bus, that's going to have less problems than having to worry about the kids that are driving, because you don't want those kids to be into accidents, and then that's going to fall into your conscience as an administrator.
How do you think it would affect them academically? Do you think there'd be any difference between age?
No, I think it just boils down to the person and their ethic, their work ethic with school, if they want to do it or not. Yeah.
Do all students have equal access to remote learning if the school switches to virtual days?
I can't, unfortunately, I can't speak for other kids. I don't know about family situations, but I would assume, there's kids out there that don't have the opportunities that I have. I'm very blessed in the situation that I'm in to have the luxuries that I have compared to other kids. So I definitely know that there's kids out there that don't have internet when they go home. They don't have running water when they go home, and that's definitely, that's a major factor of that.
Are there students who struggle more than others when schedules change?
Schedules in, what are the schedules in?
2-hour delays or maybe
Oh.
a missed day?
Yeah. So definitely. I'm not completely. I don't know about that one, but I think they're definitely affected.
How effective has virtual learning been during weather closures?
I think virtual learning can be very effective. It's just whether the kids do it or not. I mean, the idea of it is effective, yes, but are kids actually going to do it? Probably not, because they're kids. And that's just the harsh reality of it. Is I think personally, yes, the program is a good program, but I mean, half the kids in our building aren't going to want to do it. But it is a good program.
So it's more about the work ethic than...
Yeah, it boils down to the kids' work ethic, in my opinion.
Should the school districts reduce snow days and rely more on remote learning instead?
No, however many snow days we had this year, I think that was a perfect amount. You know, we only had 2 days where we had to add on, and it didn't get added on into April. It was, I believe, a day in April and a day in May that got added on. So that aspect, no. I think that having those 2 days being added on instead of after and everything like that, it's better.
As class pres, how do you gather students' opinions about snow days?
For my position, I don't really have an effect on anything about snow days, you know, but the way I gather students' opinions just in general is just talk to them one-on-one, you know. The way to actually know how someone is thinking is by having that one-on-one conversation with them. If you don't actually, if you're finding out things from other people about that person, you can't trust that. Talk to the people, talk to those people, and you know, hands-on and face-to-face, just that aspect is beneficial.
In just past experiences, how have students' opinions been towards snow days, whether it was beneficial or not?
For my position, I think kids have loved the snow days, you know, especially this past week that they got off of school. From the people I've talked to, they loved it. Who wouldn't love a week off of school?
What improvements would you suggest for handling snow days in the future?
I mean, I don't know if, I'm not educated on that topic to honestly speak about that. I think what's set in place right now by the administration and the principals is adequate for this year and how this year played out. I think it was a good system.
So you think they put in enough effort for our snow days?
Well, there's no effort really to put in for snow days since there's no school. I would have to see how FID days play out and see how the effort goes in for the FID days. So that's more of a question. Once we have an FID day, which hopefully we will on Monday, that's going to be a good test to see, you know, is that program going to work, which hopefully it does.
Do you think snow days impact morale in a positive or negative way?
I think it's definitely positive because any day you get out of school is a positive day that students view in their minds. So if you're able to go hang out with people and, you know, enjoy that day, that's going to have a lot more positive outlook on people than sitting in a building all day.
If you could redesign the snow day policy, what would it look like?
I'd have to look at it first. I don't know the actual policy for snow days, so I can't comment on that.
What's something people might not realize about the responsibility of being class president during schedule disruptions?
So for scheduled disruptions, if we're referring to like snow days, it has no effect on the class president.
Any things that you have to get done have to get squeezed into a tighter schedule?
Certain things, yes. So we're selling raffle tickets right now, and with obviously that week that you really couldn't go out and do many things, it was, for me, I mean, work, home. I didn't have that opportunity to go out and do other things. The roads weren't great and all that. To sell raffle tickets and to be able to do a fundraiser that we have going on right now, it's made it a little more challenging, but I still think we're going to be able to get it done. I have faith in that.
How do you personally stay disciplined and organized during snow days?
To be honest, I got to work on that myself. I probably don't stay disciplined. You know, I want to just procrastinate anything I do on a snow day because I get that ability to just stay home, and that's the reality. I can definitely fix that part, you know.
Do you think snow days are a test of students' independence? Or maybe a test of discipline?
It's snow days. I don't think at all.
Let me reword that to FID days.
Yes, definitely. If it's towards FID days, it definitely is a test to their discipline and their work ethic. You know, if they actually care to want to do it when they're out of school, because whenever you get back, you're going to have assignments that are due. It definitely is a test if it's a FID day. Yes, I would say so.
Do you think learning how to adapt to disruptions prepares students for colleges and careers?
Say that again?
Do you think learning how to adapt to disruptions prepares students for college and careers?
Most definitely. Any setback, disruption, anything in life that is different than a norm is going to help prepare you for bigger and better things to come. And that's with anything in life. Any setback, any disruption, any opportunity that you can learn from something, that's always going to set you up better for the future.
Well, that's all for this segment of Best in the Nest. I'd like to thank Carter for joining me today to talk about snow days. I'm Drew Patz of AHS-TV, and until next time, from our nest to yours, keep on soaring.